The Bible was written across thousands of years. It spans 3 different continents. It has approximately 40 authors. It is written in 3 different languages, and it has multiple genres. Some of these include narrative, books like Joshua or Judges. Then you've got the law books like Deuteronomy or Numbers. You've got books that are poetry like Psalms and Proverbs. You've got prophecy books like Isaiah and Revelation. You've got gospel books like Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And finally, you have letters like Romans or James. And the reason this matters is each genre has a different interpretative lens that we should approach it with. The way we read it changes based on how we know the genre is. It's like if you remember newspapers. When you would open up a newspaper, you would start in maybe the news section where you would look for facts, things that are real, present to the day. That's how you'd read it, very literally. But then you might flip over and find yourself in the comics section. And in the comics section, you're not looking for facts. You're looking for a good laugh. The way you read it and the author's intention in writing it is different. And then you might keep reading and you find yourself in the advertising section. And you're reading about stuff like cars or houses or different businesses that are opening up. And the way you're looking through that section is different than the way that you looked through the previous two. And so when we jump into the Bible and we get into something like narrative, we might read very literally, like the first half of Exodus, as we learn the story of the Israelites leaving Egypt. But then we might transition a little bit into a poetry book. And the way we read Psalm 23 and the Lord as our shepherd is different than the way that we were reading about in Exodus. And then you get into a book like prophecy, maybe the second half of Daniel, the whole book of Revelation. And you find that I have to take a different approach to reading this to really understand what's going on here. And that's just really important. When we come to our Bible reading, we have to understand the context. And part of that context is that the Bible contains different genres. And so this week, as you open up your scriptures, as you delight in the law of the Lord and meditate on his law, start by understanding what genre are you reading? And how should I interpret this genre based on the fact that it might be a little different?